Hello, everybody. Today is May the 5th, and we're going to tell the Pain story. It's actually been almost a week since I last tell the Pain story. I last told the Pain story because I was home for the holiday vacation, so I I forgot to tell it. So it's actually my very bad. But I feel very fortunate to be able to have just a wonderful buddy who's always been very disciplined and tell the pain story every single day. So that really encouragement, a push for me to move forward and keep telling my pain story. So for that, I want to give a special thanks to my buddy and Lynn for doing that because I've been listening to his pain story on the bus on the drive here. So yeah, let's get started, okay? What is this? It's a pen. What do we use a pen for? To write. Now, there's a dog inside the room. I'm going to read this in front of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably will sniff, lick, or chew. That's right. Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So we use correct the dog or the human. The answer is both correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, and for the human, this one is a pen to read. The dog is correct in the dog world, and the human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson, both are correct. Now, let's imagine that there is a table in front of me. So I'm going to put this thing on the table. And then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room, there'll be no human, no dog. What does this thing become? Is it still a pen or a chewing toy? Oh, it becomes almost nothing, and the ancient wisdom called this one as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life. Just like Geshe Michael Roche applied the emptiness into his business and was able to build a business with revenue of $250 million a year. He's also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is that so magical? Let's go back to the pen story, okay? So this thing currently on the table, when there is no human, no dog, or nothing to interact with, we come back to yourself and record the emptiness. However, when I come back to the room and I look at this becomes a pen. When the dog come back to the room and the dog look at this becomes a chewing toy. And when both the dog and I come back to the room at the very same time and we both look at this at the very same time, what does this thing becomes? It becomes two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So a single thing right here again, when there's no human, no dog, or nothing to interact with, it come back to true self and we call it the emptiness. However, it has the potential to become anything and anyone depending on who or what is looking at this at the very moment. That is the second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now, I see this as a pen. So does this pen coming from me or does this pen coming from himself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing is the pen itself, then the dog or anything in this entire universe will have to see it for what had been planted earlier into, for what they are, which is a pen. But does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from mind. Everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from mind. Now, let's move on to the fourth lesson, okay? So I see this as a pen. So we know that this pen is actually coming from my mind, right? So I'm going to change my mind and look at this one become a diamond, okay? So please pray with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Open my eyes. It's still a pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this as a pen? There are sit inside our mind that the Ashes Wisdom Core has covered. When I see something that sit inside our mind pop up, open up and cover this, made us see it for what had been planted earlier into our mind. So who plant that into my mind? Only I can plant the seed into my mind. Only you can plant the seed into your mind. How can we do it? The three way, there are work, there are action, there are thoughts, especially toward other people. So for instance, when I hold on to this, I'm going to say that I have it. And would you like to have this one? And when my friend says, please be so happy to give this to my friend. With hope that I can help my friend. So when I give this to my friend, this part will open up and both me and my friend will see it. And it started being working. A couple of days later, when I see this, I recognize next to the pen, which means that the seed of the pen has all been planted into my mind. And now it pop up and open up over this and made me seed for the heavier planted earlier into my mind. And this is how the thing become a pen. Anything so others become what and moving up to us. In the pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. So there are four lessons. The first lesson is both the corrupt, so we learn to respect each other's opinion, we learn to respect each other's choices, and we learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. The second lesson is, along with the limitless, we all have limitless potential. So trust your potential, trust the potential of everything and everyone surround us, and trust the potential of whatever happened to us. And the third lesson is everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind. So we be 100% responsible to whatever happened to us. We don't blame anyone because in the end, you are the only one who can plant the seed into your mind. And the last lesson is how to create a manifest your dream life using the previous lesson. So the first lesson, you have to know what you want in your life, which is you're using the second lesson, and the emptiness and the potential to be able to see the potential of what you want in life. And the third lesson, if we start planting those seeds using your word, your actually give thoughts to other people. So if you want to have a happiness, then you plant the happiness is using your word, your action, your thoughts to other people, helping other people to be happier. If you want to have prosperity, then use your word, your action, your thought, helping other people to get more prosperous. And just like that, whatever that you want, you start planting those seeds, you using your word and your action, your thought, and that is the best way. That is the best way to ensure that you're going to get that in your life. And the last one today that I want to share with you is that actually, when we for the past couple of weeks, I've been trying to be more gentle with my family, especially my son and my daughter. And I feel like it's actually really, really beneficial. They are changing. Of course, there still be resistance, there still be things that we need to work on, but I think that, being gentle, being able to see, being able to see what truly is, and to always remind me that, things is what they are, not what I think about them. And there are certain things that I can do, and there are certain things that I cannot do. So I just have to accept and work on the thing that I can do and accept the thing that I cannot do. And whether I want it or not, I just have to learn a way to accept it. And it's really, really have a benefit for my life. So I just want to share that lesson with you. And again, I want to say thank you for the daily steward for, giving me this lesson. And I want to share with you something today. I just received this gift from my coworker, and he's going to, and he took it from the IAPP. And it's, I'm sure that it's going to be a very interesting book. So I just feel very, very blessed and very fortunate to be able to have such a wonderful coworker as well as to be so much caring. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye, everyone.